Everyone keeps saying AI is going to replace millions of jobs, but a new study from Anthropic shows something very interesting. Sure, AI could theoretically do most of the jobs already, but in reality, it's barely doing a fraction of them. And that gap between what AI can do and what it is actually doing might be the most important signal about the future of work. Researchers at Anthropic introduced a metric called observed exposure. Think of it like this. Blue area is the task AI could theoretically do. Red area is the task that AI is actually doing today. And the gap between these two numbers are huge. For example, in computer and math related job, AI could theoretically handle 94% of the task. But tools like Claude AI are currently only doing around 33% of them in practice. The same pattern shows up across industries. Take office and administrative role. Around 90% of the tasks could be automated, but actual AI usage today is still just a small fraction of that, which tells us something very important. AI adoption is still in its early stage. Now, here is where things get really interesting. When researchers ranked the top 10 jobs most exposed to AI, the results were surprising. The number one job on this list were computer programmers. Around 74.5% of the tasks could be exposed to AI, which honestly makes sense when you look at how fast AI coding tools are improving. Then the list continues with roles like customer service representatives, about 70% of the exposure, data entry workers around 67%, medical record specialist around 66%, financial investment analyst around 57%. And if you look a pattern over here, almost all the jobs are knowledge work jobs. They are relatively well paid, they often require higher education, and here is the real world twist. For decades, people pursued white collar careers specifically to avoid automation. Manufacturing jobs were automated, factory workers were replaced by machines. So, the safest path seems to be study hard, get a degree, and work in an office. But according to this research, the workers most exposed to AI today are more educated, higher paid, and even 16% more likely to be female, which means that that exact group that tried to avoid automation might now be the first group that impacted by AI automation. Now, before this turns into another AI will take all jobs panic video, there are some important caveats. First, this research combines real AI usage data with theoretical estimates of what AI could do. So it's not a direct prediction of job loss. Second, the researchers compared workers in high AI exposed jobs with workers in AI resistant jobs. And when they looked at unemployment rates since the launch of ChatGPT, the difference was basically statistically zero. In simple words, despite all the hype and the news, mass unemployment from AI has not shown up in the data yet. So, what does this actually mean? It means we are currently living in a strange phase of technology. AI capability is moving much faster than AI adoption. So the tool exists, but companies, systems, and workflow haven't fully caught up yet. And history shows that technology rarely replaces job overnight. What usually happens instead is that a job slowly evolves, some tasks disappear and new task appears, and the people who adapt early usually end up with benefiting the most. So the real question isn't will AI take the job, the better question will be which people will learn to work with AI first. Because if this gap between what AI can do and what it is actually doing starts closing, the job market might change much faster than most people expect, and we are probably only at the beginning of the story.